Greetings and welcome to Theology, Geek, Fitness. I'm Jonathan Pritchett, and in this video I'm going to talk about some Walmart gear. At the beginning of the lockdown, or quarantine, or whatever we're calling it these days, back in 2020, I, like a lot of people, couldn't go to the gym anymore, and I started scrambling trying to find any kind of exercise gear I could get my hands on, and it was pretty much slim pickings for everybody because people who were ahead of me on that saw what was coming and they pretty much cleaned out everything. But I was able to get a few items that I could probably work with. And so I bought what I could, and as things kind of would come back in stock, you would find what you could get a hold of, and over the course of the whole lockdown I acquired more and more as time went on. But a couple of the items that I was able to get was a suspension trainer, and when I was at the gym they had a Trax, and I had just started getting into messing around with that thing and I was really having fun with it, but then the gym's closed. But I saw this, it was $15 at Walmart, and it's just kind of an over-the-door suspension trainer. And they have these little door stoppers and you can set it at different heights, and so I grabbed that and I was able to get a lot of use out of it. I was kind of impressed because it's held up since, March of 2020. And at the time of this video, it's August 2nd, 2021. So, it's got rotating handles, so it moves with your body. And I got some of these stretch bands, and I was only able to get one 41-inch loop band. It was like the heavy size. And then I had gotten some other stuff, but I was able to get a whole lot of work out of these. That I was kind of surprised at how much work I was able to get out of them. And one of the coolest things that I had found was that even if you didn't have a door anchor, this suspension trainer right here, it goes over the door. It's got these gaps between the door stops that you can slide bands through. So it would limit where your anchor point would be up above you, but you could still anchor stuff. So I could anchor these in those loops for various exercises. And eventually I'd gotten the SPRI resistance band kit that had like light, medium, and heavy in it, and it had a door stop and some ankle attachments and handles and stuff. And to be honest, that wasn't very high quality of an item. But these have held up, these flat bands. And of course, I normally use the 41-inch loop resistance bands, but of course, being in my mid-40s, doing some mobility work with these types of bands for shoulders is always important. But you can get actually a lot more work out of those than just shoulder work. And so these actually came in quite handy, and every now and then I still like to get them out and mess with them. They're quick and easy, and this is this was $10, right? And this was $15. And besides this, I pretty much stuck with using these two items, and then that 41-inch loop. Actually, I think the SPRI loop is, just a molded band, is like $15 itself. It was the heavy band. It wasn't their largest band. They were sold out of those at Walmart, but so I got one of those, and I got these, and I pretty much, of all the stuff that I bought besides the pull-up bar, stuck with using those until I was able to finally, after several months, one of the companies, I believe it was Clinch or Quantum, or one of those companies, had gotten restocked later on, and so I was able to get a full set of bands, start working with them. Also, Academy of Sports, about 40 minutes away from where I live, had that dip station, and so I was eventually able to snag that from an Academy of Sports. It was like $50. I think it was their last one. But the things that I like to do at the gym, when I was going to the gym, I like to do free weights and machines and stuff, but I also like to do pull-ups, and I like to do dips and stuff like that. So, and I just got into the Trax. So I was trying to find the things that I was using, and I was always watching a lot of videos because I didn't really know a whole lot about home workout stuff, besides if you had like a bench and a rack or a you know, just something to do bench presses on or whatever, a bar, plates, dumbbells, whatever. So you're looking at how all these people are using them, and you put together what you can, and you do the best that you can with it. And I was able to stay in really great shape, and after I got my full set of bands, you know, I just eventually decided I'm going to stick with working out at home or wherever I feel like it. And I never went back to the gym after it closed down back in March of 2020. But I really like suspension training. This isn't the only suspension. I don't have a TRX yet, but I don't think I'll ever get one because I've got a couple other suspension trainers. One's from Instar and one's from some knockoff of TRX, and it does just fine. I picked it up for like $5 at this store called Evansville Treasure Hunt, where you dig through these bins where they're just getting rid of, you know, damaged box goods or whatever else, or lost packages from Amazon. And so I scored a couple of those for $5 a piece, and they're basically like TRX, but the same yellow and black, but they're just generic brand knockoffs, and they work fine. This thing I keep in my office. It works fantastic. I'm surprised at how well it's held up. I think some of these numbers above the door stops they've got some wear on it. You can see, but as far as holding up, does a great job, and you can get a great workout. And so one of the things that I did was I combined the use of this, and if you didn't have a door anchor, just using the strap itself as a door anchor, and these bands. And I actually put together a whole 12-week program that we're running. If you're on Facebook, you can go to the Theology Geek Fitness Facebook group and see the 12-week program for people who want to just get started. And for $25 to get in, you can put together a pretty great workout, because sometimes, you know, you just like to see what can you get done. And once you learn how to exercise properly with good form and technique, not saying I'm a pro at it, but once you realize what you need to do to get where you want to go with your workouts, to where you have that fatigue, you have that muscle damage, you know, all of that stuff at the end of a workout, you know, making sure your form, technique, time under tension, everything, body weight training, sandbag training, those BOSU hydro ball trainings. I have their Surge 60, and it holds 60 pounds of water that sloshes through there. It looks like a strongman log, kind of. You know, no matter what I'm using, resistance bands, no matter what I'm using, I can pretty much feel spent after every workout. And that includes just working out with these little bands here and this suspension trainer. And I'm talking legs, arms, chest, back, whatever. Triceps, biceps, worked out fine. Shoulders, get great shoulder workout. Just using this stuff, $25. Before you want to, if you're interested in suspension training and you don't want to plop down all of that money for a TRX because they're a bit pricey, this is a good $15 buy just to see if suspension training is something you want to get into. Yeah, but I just wanted to say, for people that are wanting to get into home workouts, do you need to spend a whole lot of money on even a full set of bands, or do you need to spend a whole lot of money on dumbbells or whatever? No, you can get a ton of work done with a suspension trainer, and then you can complement it with these stretch bands. You can stack them up, you know, if you need more tension on it or whatever, but I can get along just fine. So anyway, I appreciate you watching this video. If you're not into fitness, get into fitness, and be sure and like the video if you liked it, or not. You know, you can click the dislike video. It's up to you. I don't care. Subscribe to the channel if you like content like this, and other content as well forthcoming. And consider becoming a patron. Go to patreon.com/theologygeekfitness if you want to help support the channel. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. Thank you, and God bless.